Hello and welcome to another video once again. So this video is about my trailer. I have a couple of trailers, a smaller one and a bigger one. And the bigger one is for car transportation. It's big enough to take your car anywhere, and I'm using it to transport my S13 to the track. And the bigger trailer has a 13-pin connector on it, and it has a bunch of lights and functions, like many more than the smaller trailer. And I've always been kind of bummed out for the fact that when you want to test your trailer lights, that they work properly, that there's all the groundings and everything work as they should, you have to back your car up and connect it to the trailer to test it. So I want to make I bought this socket for a 13-pin trailers. This is the car end, and I'm gonna make this a test piece which I can just connect to the trailer, and then two wires from here, and hook that to a car battery so that I can use, or a small motorcycle battery also. I have those really small batteries here, so I can take just the small battery and hook the trailer connector to this one and see that all the lights still work before I even go anywhere and that kind of stuff. So this was 15 euros, this plug, and I think it's gonna be, I won't be using it very often, but when I do, I don't ever need to test it with the car, so it's gonna be that much easier. But let's get to it. So because this plug is going to be only used for testing, I'm gonna use very small gauge wire, which I have the most and which is the least expensive. Well, let's start disassembling. So one thing that I like to do always when I make these kinds of electrical connections that are held in with a small screw is that when I take the wiring, I strip the end off, and I don't have any place to hold it. I strip the end of the wire, I kind of twist it like this, and then I put some soldering tin over there. This left indicator. Number 2 is the fog light. Number 3 is earth for pins 1 through 8. Number 4 is the right hand side blinker, so that's the turning signal. Then the number 5 can be found from, they're under the screws on this one. Number 5 is here, and number 5 is the right hand side rear tail light, included with the side indicators or the side lights, what do you call them? The ones that are just constantly on, and then the register plate light. Number 6 are the brake lights, so they must be connected to both rear lights. And number 7 is the left hand side rear light, tail light, with the corner lights and register plate lighting. And number 8 is for the reversing, and I have 2 reversing lights on my trailer. But now let's continue on making these wires, and then I'll connect all through 1 through 8 together and leave number 3 to be the ground for them. And that's when I have the system to connect. I need to connect 7 wires together to make them one, and then keep that 1 as a earth and or grounding, and then I can just plug this to my trailer and give positive and negative from here and see that the lights work on my trailer. Okay, it's done. It's 7 wires are all in place and connected to 1. Everything is soldered in, and I made the grounding a separate wire, and I made it from a black wires just to make sure that I don't mix them up. Now it's connected also to its casing, and I could use, or I could maybe 3D print a back here. Sorry, that's the carbon monoxide sensor that's giving some kind of a warning that there's a bit of carbon monoxide in the air, but it's only 38 ppm parts per million, so it's quite a low amount. But anyway, I could 3D print a backing here where the wires come out neatly, and this thing would look also a bit more professional, so maybe I'll do that next. And then all left to do is to test this, that it works with a small battery. So let's go outside, even though it's super dark out there. Okay, so now we are outside, and I have my trusty lamp on, and this is my trailer. Check out these wheels. Mercedes original Baroque wheels. And yeah, I've got the plug with me, and this end is the 13 pin out, 13 pin connector. I'll just connect this. I need 2 hands for that, so I'll just a second. And there it's connected. Now let's just put these on the battery. I checked that there's 12.5 volt voltage on this battery. So let's just connect the lights and see what happens. working. So I can show you with this, with my headlight. The battery is connected only, and then when we go round, these are the side lights, and then the tail lights. We can see that everything is working. Yep, good system. Just to check that all the lights work. I think they all work. Yeah. So here we are in my little toy room where I have my laser engraver. I have 5 different 3D printers. I have all the gaming stations and everything here, so this is my kind of playground. First I have to design the piece to the backing of this plug. I'm gonna design it with Fusion 360, and then I have this new 3D printer here, Kodak Portrait, which I just bought recently, used, but it was a good deal because this printer is originally almost 4,000 euros as new, but I got it for less than 400 euros. So yeah, it was a pretty good deal for a two nozzle 3D printer. And yeah, let's get to it. First we could use a little heat here. This one is almost dead, so there's still some coals in there, so let's see if that still goes out. I have this spare wood that I can burn in here, and it gives loads of heat to this small room. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah. Then we need to turn the filament dryer on. As so. I'm gonna print the part from PETG, which is the same material as I used on this benchy here. Yep. I'll let that print so that the nozzle will be clean when I start the actual printing, but now let's get to it and start the design. Okay, it's all set up. So this is the printing idea, and the printer is all ready doing its job, so let's let it print and see what happens, what kind of piece we get. Our creation is nearly finished. Just needs to lower the build plate down. While it was printing, I went and fetched a few M6 bolts here. They are pressed in to these slots, and yeah, then we can just put the 3D printed backplate on, and it's done. So let's see what it came up with. There, it's done. A neat little tool. And now I can also use this for the 6-pin trailers, because I have this adapter. It goes on this one. This is the 13 point, and I can use adapter like this one that I already had. This suits also to the car. I just connect this, and I can try the 6-pin connector also. Oh, sorry, 7-pin connector also with this. Now with the same tool that the lights work correctly. So nice little tool for that. I know that there are ready commercial solutions for this, and they cost around 25 euros. So it's I didn't win anything by doing this by myself, except the joy of making it and the getting to create a video about it. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.